Does this look familiar? But it used to be up there on the 6410. And I used to always fuss why they put the friggin' battery up here. Because you had to take the grill off to get to the battery. Because when you try to jump start it from here, it just wouldn't cut the mustard. Now it works fine if you want to jump start something from here to like that. But if you're going from there to here, no. So John Deere's like, you know what? Let's move the battery and put it over here. And what do? See, on the 6410, it had a positive and a negative right here. Or actually, no, it was right here. So what's John Deere do? A dumbass move. They put the positive right there, and then you got a little bitty door right here that you gotta wiggle and jiggle and move around and get just right on it, and it barely connects on there to jump start the tractor. And then you hook it to this rusty ass piece of whatever. They couldn't use stainless steel or anything. They just got to use a plain chunk of steel. So, well, they could have used copper, like just a bare copper. It'd have been fine, especially with the little door to keep it out of the weather. It'd been fine. But they decided to stick a big ass battery right here. What's the crap? What was John Deere thinking? Why didn't they take and put a door right here? A big door. They could just fold up like so, or lay down across the step. That makes matter. Instead, this little piddly ass door. So, if you got to get to the battery, you got to take this off, that off. There's two over there. Just to get to the battery if you want to jump start. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bolts. And of course, you know, these are these stupid carriage bolts, which the little square holes that they make while they're out. So either you got to cut it off or get a pair of vice grips, channel locks, clamp on there. And it's just then you can halfway get to the battery right here. And this is a big old battery. And this is supposed to be in a brand new battery. But if this is a brand new battery, I'm a monkey's uncle. Jerk offs. Because this tractor maybe cranked 20, 30 seconds altogether. And that's all she wrote. So my prediction is they just found an old battery at the place, throwed it in there. Jerk offs. So I'm going to try to... Come on, you. I don't want to break it off. And I can get it from there upwards. So anyways, horse's ass is what it is. A little bit of crack cord directly to the battery. We got it. Now the a-hole won't even move. Like, once again, 20 or 30 codes come up, so I disconnect the battery. And we'll do it for 20 minutes and just let her do whatever it is that she does and go from there. I asked John Deere about finding the software to, you know, diagnose what could be the issue. But no, they don't want to do that. It's all about this. They say it's so the average Joe as myself doesn't go in there and change something and tear it up. But this is what I say to John Deere. If I own that tractor and I want to change the parameters and I tear it up, then it's on me. It's not on John Deere. It's on me for being an idiot. So what they could do is they could say, okay, Mr. White, you want to buy the software for that 6125R? Yes, sir, I do. Or yes, ma'am. All right, you have to go through our certification through John Deere to be certified to work on that tractor. The class is $500. The software system for that tractor is $2,000 or whatever it would be. Okay, that's how they could do it. And let's say I own a 6150. Well, I'm certified for that one, but not for the 6150. I'd have to go to class to get certified to be a mechanic on the 6150. Now, I do know that over time, you know, everybody will be certified for almost every tractor. Then John Deere wouldn't have, you know, the big money rolling in for $120 an hour mechanic. So I do understand that, but not every John Deere owner is going to go do that. Most of them would rather just pay somebody to come out at $120 an hour to work on their machine. So anyways, that's my 2 cents on that. Alrighty guys, well, I did get, good gracious, I did get the 6125R to move, and I found out the problem. Very simple. So guys, those of you that have newer tractors, listen up. The first place, of course it's common sense, first place you want to start is at the battery. Because like on my tractor, on the ground side, there's 2 wires that go to that terminal. And if they are a tad bit loose, it evidently must go to the computer system as a ground, because when it was saying to restart engine to attempt recovery, at one point there was 3 codes, and then the next time there was like 18 codes. So I checked the battery terminals, and that wire was a little loose, which I was going to take the terminals off and let the, just hold on. Shut up. Happy? I was going to take the battery terminals off anyways to let the computer do a complete reset. But if you listen to John Deere, they immediately go to like worst case scenario. I called them, talked to a couple techs, and they both said it's going to be the cam boot or something, com boot, something like that, cam boot. Well, anyways, communication between each computer that the tractor has. And they was both like, yeah, that's going to have to be replaced more than likely. And he said, or it could be a fuse. I said, well, I didn't bust a fuse because different codes would come up almost every time. And he's like, well, it's going to be the, I think he kept calling it cam boot. It's going to be that. And I was like, well, is that expensive? He said, pretty expensive. So anyways, of course, they're going to go, well, we'll have to send a tech out, put it on a computer to pull the codes to see exactly what's wrong. And I said, well, I'm going to do a little checking before I do anything else, because I was going to check a couple of fuses just because I did jump start the tractor. But anyways, like a long story short, it was the ground side on the battery. So check that out first thing right off the bat. And what I discovered is, if y'all remember last video, or maybe a couple videos ago, I don't know when I'll post this, but I had an air throttle valve sensor come up. Okay, it's no longer coming up. So I believe that wire was just a tad bit loose then, causing a communication error. Yeah, so anyways, that's that. The only thing I have noticed that did not get fixed is when you are in the power quad, when you're going through the ranges, it will rev up the engine just a tad bit, and it's not doing that now. So that could be a coincidence, and it could be it may need calibrated anyways. I don't know, but anyways, the codes are not coming up anymore. So guys, if you own a shadow, look like a cow on the hill, side of the hill over there. So anyways, if you have any codes come up just kind of out of the blue, and there's a bunch of them, take my advice. Oh, hope I don't lose the hay. Take my advice and start at the battery, because you just never know. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Comment if you like, subscribe if you haven't. Until next time, as always, maybe YouTube will monetize me one of these days again. Later. Right out of the road.